Alright, random, let's go. Are you free to stream all aspects of MT? Can you start to play Covenant at your leisure? Yes, I can. I am waiting until I get to level 10 on all of the characters before I start doing that, though. Woken Hellhorn, here we go. Ooh. That is Umbra Hellhorn. Hang on, wasn't I just asked to do Umbra Hellhorn? I might have just been asked to do Umbra Hellhorn. What's it? What's that? Remnant Hellhorn. Dang it, no. I was asked to do Remnant Hellhorn. Whoops. Oh well. Add a damage shield 1, 2 rare. I mean, honestly, damage. Oh, yay. That. Yes. Okay, and Hellhorn's my lead. I'm gonna look at the artifact first. Friendly units enter with lifesteal 2. No? It's pretty good. Is it? It's good in the circumstance where you have a high health, high damage minion in the front line. And it takes all of the hit and then it responds. I'm thinking wings. I'm gonna go wings. Yeah, stats. Stats? Excuse me? Stats? You just have multi-strike? You don't have rage anymore? Stats? Okay. That's different. Plus 10. I think we just go Hornbreaker. Pop Grobbles on it, put the Ram Morsels behind it. That'll be fine for a while. Can you skip this? Yeah, I don't want either of these. And it's back. Did I accidentally? Damn it. I did not actually mean that. Roshan, thank you very much for the $10 donations, as I'm feeling the hype, as am I. I kind of did the 4-hour stream of this yesterday, then the recording with Sneaky, and then another 2 hours of recording this, and then an hour of recording. Oh, what else did I record? No, it was just the 2 hours of that, right? Yeah, so I like most of my waking hours at the moment are playing Monster Train, and I'm still hyped. It lives up. Jarko, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Says good luck on this run. All right. Honestly, we could probably set up on the top floor. We've got 2 horn breaks and we got 3 torches. We have the ability to take out the clergyman pretty easily. Take my 50 there. You can skip champ upgrades, just not a good idea. Never gonna do that. Unlikely to do that. The amount of content you're producing is wild. NL is almost put to shame. NL is still doing way more than you. NL is like the gold standard for, I think, the most work that you can do in YouTube, basically. Okay, I feel a lot better with that Shade Splitter now. So we go Train Steward, Hornbreak you, Multi-Striker behind, and Umbra. And then the Umbra is going to blow up and give the Hornbreaker at the end because the Train Steward dies here. We end up taking 3 damage at the top, but we end up with a Hornbreaker that's starting to get bigger. We also have more Train Stewards to throw in front of it and more Hornbreaks and Torches to take out extra Clergymen. Wonderbolt's also releasing a ton of videos. Yep. And Wanda also has like the very long stream each day, although that is the videos later. To be fair, I'm doing that at the moment as well. Not really what I wanted to see there. Take out the 3rd, then I can respond and kill them. Ooh, Grovel is actually really good after that. Never mind. We're guaranteed to get Grovel in the next hand because there's 2 and we draw 5 next hand. Can't wait for the separate VOD videos. I definitely missed some yesterday. I'm really, really pleased to hear that. Like the Monster Train VOD videos, like obviously the Grifflands ones are, you know, significantly less viewed than the live Griffland series. But the Monster Train ones are almost entirely comparable. Like just 1,000 between them, which is really exciting because it means that from today on, I can release 3 Monster Train videos a day. 1 from the stream VODs, 2 from the YouTube recorded live series. It's just nice to have that be a thing because it gives me more of an ability to corner the market, so to speak. Okay, Apprentice of Light is also going to deal some damage to us. If I take you out, though, Apprentice of Light only deals 3. It's a shame everyone stopped playing Grifflands as soon as it was no longer sponsored. Definitely loving your playthroughs of it. Like, I know for some people, you know, it wasn't necessarily performing well enough to continue justifying doing as a series after that. But, like, as long as I am not starving, I don't really mind having like a series that's like a little underviewed. I'm fine with it. Like ask Disco Elysium, right? Let's do that. Switch you, and then pop these 2 down easily. Nice. I love Grifflands, but I wanted to play it with myself, so I bought it with your link. Much appreciated. Yeah, the people who sponsored me to do that seemed really, really happy with how it ended up, so. It's possible I end up getting to work with Clay again at some point. The fact that the latter part of Disco had lower viewership is an abject tragedy. I came to terms with it. I realize it's very much not. Oh, it's got changed back. Cool. It's very much not everyone's kind of thing. And obviously, like, if you go, oh, you're here to watch all of these horror films. Well, here's a rom-com. It's like, there's a huge disconnect there. I understand it. Hornbreaker. Okay, so the Seraph is going to clear buffs, but it'll only clear half of them. Honestly, I still think I still go Ritual of Battle for the damage here. Reminds me of getting Grifflands, so I could use the link that benefits you. Neat. Hang on. Let's see if this still works. Or if I have to turn it back on. Exclamation mark Grifflands. It doesn't. Okay. Hang on. The game screen is not there. 1 second. I'm going to get the chatbot to turn that back on for a second. Command Grifflands. Reapply. Okay, so exclamation mark Grifflands gives you all the information you need. Straight up links it. Sorry about the slow start of this run, y'all. Alright, Packed Morsels. And Umbra's Soul. Ooh, I already have a lot of directed damage in the Hornbreaks, and the Hornbreaks got better as well. Do you have a link for Monster Train, or will you get one? Steam doesn't do any promotion in the same way that Epic does. Can we use It's Rhapsody on games you have no affiliation with? You can, and I would incentivize you to do so, because like, some of the, like, Epic will occasionally send emails to the creators that are signed up with the Epic creator and just say, this new game is coming out. It's an $80 game. And in order to celebrate, we're giving, like, some stupidly large cut to creators whose codes are used. And I always look at those like, holy. Like, it's, like, most affiliate kinds of things are, you know, fine. Epic's is big. Epic's marketing strategy appears to be extremely generous to basically every end user. I think it's packed morsels here, honestly. Does a creator cut come out of Epic's portion of things, or I imagine it comes out of Epic's portion of things, because I can't imagine they would be able to sell developers on being like, we're gonna give some of the money we would have given to you to the people who get them to buy it from our store. But yeah, I'm not entirely certain. Prince is kind of a glass cannon right now. Agreed. We could get an Umbra unit to put in front of them. Because the grovel, like, we're relying too heavily on the grovels right now. The thing is, also, the other side is really good because we have the 2 grovels and we have the Ritual of Battle, and, like, cost reduction is so good for us right now. Actually, that's really good for us right now. There's always cost reduction. Then reroll as well. Another cost reduction. There's also holdover. I'm gonna second cost reduce the Ritual of Battle. Give holdover to a grovel. And then I'll cost reduce the grovel later. Alright. Great. Didn't they give... Wait, did they give away GTA 5 for free yesterday? You should have cost reduced it now for the more instantaneous effect. I was worried that I was going to start running into 35 health enemies and I wouldn't be able to kill it without them, but it would give me rare morsels that would make me more likely to be able to kill it. Yeah, you're probably right. I should have done that to the grovel. It can't take the spikes. They gave away GTA and crashed their servers. Also, I'm pretty sure when they gave away GTA, they also had a promotion in the store that was like, if you buy any game, we will give you a $15 coupon for your next game. And you got it if you got GTA. Which is why. Let's see what we get from the packed morsels first. It's a lot of lifesteal. I think Prince needs to go second floor right now. We'll grovel on you as well. So it's going to need more health as a priority also is unfortunate here, but it's going to have to be the case. And then honestly, I don't want to give it lifesteal yet because it has the damage shield on it. So it'll take 1 and then it'll hit back. It'll hit back 2 times and it'll die. Actually, no, it's got the Umbra on it now. It'll be fine there. Maybe I'll give it 1 lifesteal and I'll give it 1 Magma Morsel then. And then I'm going to just throw this Train Steward down here for damage. Torch you out. Shade Split, definitely. Magma Morsel, and then I'm going to Horn Break, which will actually even keep my damage shield. Great. Make Big Train Steward a hungry boy. The problem is, like, that basically has to be finding Advanced Prototype in one of the first 2 areas, and then I can do that. But I really do want to have, like, a big Train Steward kind of run. Starling, thank you very much for the gifts. Sorry, the continuation of the gift sub that you got from someone named Sean. Much appreciated. Jero modes in chat, and welcome back to the Republic. Let's grovel on him. Throw that to remove some of your spikes, and then take all of the extra buffs that are going to be needed here. Grovel again. And another Ritual of Battle. The battle was pretty important in this battle. Vent, Hidden, and Branding Right. Branding Right actually isn't that bad. So it pierces, so it goes through the damage shield. And the Hornbreaker Prince has enough health to live through it once. But the big thing is the Hornbreaker Prince needs more protection. Ascend to stack even more morsel. It's one more morsel though. Like it's one more morsel on the round that it happens, but also like I need an, like I sometimes have an extra morsel, but when am I gonna have an extra morsel and the ascension? It's an extra card as well. I don't think I need it. The 5 HP is something to lifesteal back. That's a good point. I was thinking more the Antumbras would give me more the HP back, but yeah, the lifesteal will definitely give it back, which gives the ability to basically Branding Right for free. This basically says apply 20 armor. And if I cost reduce this, it's apply 20 armor for free, basically. So I can start stacking armor. One of the reasons I would like to do that is because the Seraph in the end is going to clear our buffs, but it won't clear armor. It won't clear armor. Branding too expensive? It's too expensive right now, but literally every spell shop has cost reduction. Grovel is a better cost reduce. It's just worse for the Seraph is the thing. I'm taking it. Still want it. Seraph only takes half the stacks. Yeah, but I'm not getting that many stacks of Divine Shield that it taking half the stacks doesn't matter to me. Feast would be really good in this deck now. I'm going to take the Packed Morsels. The wings clip, the clipped wings, 50% of the time I'm going to discard it instead of consuming it, which means that the Imp Scholar is not likely to get it every time, but the more consume cards I have, the more likely the Imp Scholar is to get them back, and then I can play them again, right? The idea here in general is like I'm basically just waiting on feed. Duplicate any card except for your champion, get another Rage, Ritual of Battle. There's also the other side with another Merchant of Magic, which would be probably cost reduce on Grovel, reroll, cost reduce on Grovel. Let's think about it. Umbra and Hellhorned unit. Which one do I care about more right now? Well, obviously the Umbra units have Morsel Makers and Morsel Masters. I care more about Morsel Masters than Makers. I honestly think that's the tiebreaker. I won't be able to put it on the same floor as the Hornbreaker for a while. But is it so I worry that I'm looking at this and going, oh, it's great, and ignoring that, you know, maybe Morsel Master is just better. Morsel Master is also a big meme. It'll kill all the backline units, that's right. It's just like ideally I would want to end up using this not only as like an AoE clear, but also as a defender for the Hornbreaker Prince. But the Hornbreaker Prince probably also wants to be at the front of its own line so it can get its own morsels. Maybe it's a secondary floor, just have a secondary. I mean, I do have enough morsels to support a secondary floor right now. I'll take it for that. Double stack. Double stack could get me 2 Divine Shield on a Grovel. It could, double stack can get me 40 armor on a piercing. Oh yeah, that's it, obviously. Obviously. Prince above Shadoweater, oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be it. Then Emberstone, the holdover one. I could even reroll. I should have gone to the Concealed Caverns first. Yeah, these are still the same. I'm fine, thank you. In higher ascensions, those are definitely going to be good. Don't need it. Is the it's Rhapsody, ITS Rhapsody. I'm trying to get Epic to change it, but they haven't yet. Reroll. Another holdover that I can't afford at this point. It's fine though, because we cost reduce you. I'm sure I can play you every turn. Give you holdover instead. Not gonna have the energy to do that, so I do want to cost reduce you. I honestly want to cut a card from this deck as soon as possible now as well. Let's get a Shade Splitter out of here. Shade Splitter? No, Train Steward. In the higher Covenants, those are still bad most of the time, not every time. Really? I thought the Pyre Health one would actually be decent. Why are you constantly doing Cov 1? Is it to unlock everything before climbing up? Yep. Exactly that. Okay. So, Shadoweater bottom floor. Hornbreaker second floor, because I can't set up on top floor right now. Bubble on you, and then... Actually, I'll just give you the health, and then put the damage on this one. Why Cov 1 over 0 or higher? Well, so Cov 1 seems like it's kind of the default experience, to be entirely honest with you, because it adds like a couple cards into your deck to start off with, which kind of bootstraps the strategy for you, which can be a benefit or a detriment. Cov 0 is so much is like, what is the first thing I'm offered? I need to try and find a way to build around it that I don't really enjoy. Again, grovel at you. Lifesteal doesn't mean anything to the Shadoweater. I mean, actually, that's fine. Let's pack morsels first. And again. So many. So many. You need damage. And again. And again. And then you need health. Health, damage, shield, sure. Am I ever going to set up anything on top floor? Almost certainly not. I'm going to shuffle those back into the deck. I'm fine with it. Okay, another grovel on that line. Definitely gonna put definitely gonna put the train splitter up here. Grovel there. Damage and damage. You love to see it. These honestly don't even need me to grovel on the bottom floor with the Shadoweater this turn, so I'm gonna Shade Splitter likely again on the. Ah, that's an incant trigger. My bad. It's not gonna matter because I have the damage shield, but still. Saying it now, we want space after this fight. Agreed. Definitely agreed. 40 armor. Then towards the front liner, and then we kill both. I actually do want one consume this round to kill the Disciple Foot Soldier, so both of these go up to the next floor and then die to the Hornbreaker Prince's multi-strike. Why wouldn't you eat the energy morsel on the bottom? I don't know what the situation of the turn was when that happened, so I can't give you an answer. have since moved past. So, yeah, train stew, just get him out of the deck. And then honestly, like, the Shadoweater at this point is foregone. Don't really care about it. Don't really want the extra energy as much as I want extra stats, so all you go there. And then honestly, I'll put the extra energy on this floor. That's fine. Were you seeing into the future when I did this? Huh. Wild. Well done on your clairvoyance, friend. Honestly, pretty good fight, I feel. Yeah, building up the units on each different floors seems like the idea. They nerfed Darkdeal. Of course they did. Ooh, more energy? We literally can't use it on almost anything? Sweet. Honestly, Darkdeal still has an appeal to me. It does remove one of my damage shields. But between that and Ritual of Battle, we actually start getting decent rage numbers to the point that I can start thinking about stacking more multi-strike. Hey, now we have a Morsel Master. There's also Inert, Multi-Strike 1, Gorge, so if it eats, gain Fuel 1. Cannot attack unless it has fuel. And it loses a stack every turn. It's just a 25-25 with Multi-Strike. That's good, but I want the Morsel Master. Why do I want the Morsel Master? So, Hornbreaker Prince, Morsel Master behind, 2 units now. And if I take I'm taking the capacity after this, so I have 6 capacity, right? So Hornbreaker, Morsel Master, and then I put 2 units behind it, 2 morsels. The first morsel duplicates, now 5 units on that 6 unit capacity, and then another morsel, and then it's full stack. Well, full stack, it's 6. And I've only had to play 2 morsels there, and it gives me the ability to put all of my excess morsels behind the Shadoweater, which now has more space behind it. You can't play another morsel? Yes, I can. Size 1 capacity for the Morsel Master, size 2 for the champion. 1 morsel, that's 5 capacity, my base capacity. Now I have 6 capacity, I play my 6th morsel, it duplicates itself to overstack. I honestly don't have enough money to... 75? 155? Is that enough to get anything I want on that side? Probably not. When the card with Consumer's Blade, deal 30 damage to the front enemy unit, or the Pyre has 15 health. I mean, I play a couple Consume cards in this deck. Pack Morsel. Obviously, I bring the Packed Morsels back with the Abyss Scholar. Still think it's the Pyre Wall, though. Now remove Grovel. Just flexing on him that hard, eh? Too many morsels. I'm probably going to remove the Shade Splitters, honestly. Like, instead of double Torch or maybe even double Train Steward removal here, it's going to be double Shade Splitter. Also make it with the Shadow. It does look like a good idea. The problem is Morsel Maker in the shadow, so I have 6 unit capacity at this point, so that means I can't put another morsel there myself. However, Hornbreaker, Morsel Master, and the Morsel Maker makes sense. There's always the extra space to play the Morsel Maker or the Morsel Master, and it'll just give me 4 things eaten by the Hornbreaker every turn. Okay. But I will need to cut the double Shade Splitter as a result. More multi-strike is going to be better for us. Right? I'm just thinking about breakpoints for enemies. Because obviously, like, we're dealing the 5 damage. Well, not 5. We're probably dealing 10 damage AoE on the bottom floor almost every turn. Right? So then I have to think about how my Hornbreaker is going to do against the units that remain after that. And I'm thinking of the situation where there's like, this is much later in the run, like floor 8, where there's a big armored unit in front of a Gilded Wing. You have so many buffs to stack with multi-strike. Yeah. Especially with the Rage, I think it's this. The thing is, this does give us in the final fight the ability to gain damage that won't disappear ever. Multi and put him behind the... What was that? Slay and put him behind the Shadoweater. Bold move. Don't think I'll do it though. Does morsel damage disappear? No. No, you're right, it doesn't. Yeah, the morsels give damage just like that. Okay, cool. That'll go me over the top there for that. Spell Shield 2 on all of my enemies. It's kind of annoying because it means that I can't get rid of the clipped conduits for haste, but honestly, like, the problem is the Morsel Makers do count as units, right? They're shrouds. They count as units. So unfortunately, I'm not guaranteed to get the Shadoweater in my first cycle, which means that I might... Well, not first cycle. I'm not guaranteed to get it early, which means it becomes really difficult to remove these clipped conduits if I don't have that. You have Hornbreak. Of course, I forgot I have Hornbreak. Didn't even think about that. Never mind. Shadoweater. Got him. Morsels. Shadoweater. You definitely want damage shields. Honestly? I think... Wait. It's not going to be enough damage on that floor. I can't justify just horn... No. That's fine. We'll put that there. We'll rely on armor later for you. That there. Did you all see the tweet by Lou Bega saying after all this is over, he's going to release Mumbo number 6? God, no! That's one of the final signs of the apocalypse. You realize the sequel to Mumbo number 5 is written about in the ancient scriptures? The Mayans were off by 8 years. Can't believe it. And they didn't even know it was going to be Lou that would do it. Shade Splitter on this floor. Pop that down. Yeah, I had to pop that down anyway because Morsel Master, Morsel Maker on this floor. I also could have gone Morsel Master, Morsel Maker right there at the same time. Maybe that was a better play, actually. Starting to get my damage shield now. Don't really want to bring anything back. And now we're starting to just individually slaughter units as well. Okay. Grovel. We definitely need some more grovels. Obviously, I think it's just double stack grovel this time. Too many units for the sake of the floor here. So you know what I'm actually probably going to do is pack morsels this. I'm actually going to set up another 4 on the top. Just to get rid of some of these magma morsels, honestly. Uri Freund says, wait, you're not also bopping to Mambo number 5? The bop never stops with Mambo number 5, but the thing is, that's dangerous. Sometimes you need that bop to stop. Okay, I'm very happy with the more multi-strikes right now. Doing 100 damage? That's a lot more than I suspected I was going to be doing. This does ramp pretty quickly. Pretty dang quickly. AoE in the bottom 4 is way better than it looks. Yeah, it's because it's AoE on a unit that is tanky and it heals itself, so you're never losing it. Really good. Decent damage. Alright, where are we going to... March of Shields only costs 1 now. That's good. Don't need it, but that's good. We used the 4th setting yet? No? The speed from when you right click? Oh yeah, no, I have used that. Once or twice. In this stream. Engine upgrade. I have floors that I can sacrifice, and honestly, sometimes I could use the extra energy. I could take one of these. Apply damage shield 1 to friendly units. No. 20 damage to a random enemy unit 4 times. Don't need that. Engine upgrade. Came for the chugger, but stayed for the choo-choo. That's how you get him. You rope him in with the chugger. Then you bait and switch him and you chew. And then you chew again. There's duplication on the Hell Vent over here. Honestly, there's like a lot to duplicate here. Branding Rite is obviously ridiculous. Another Grovel is too much, honestly. Another Ritual of Battle is a lot more rage each cycle. Honestly, like, I think at this point I'm just removing cards from this deck. I think I'm done. So, I think I'm done. So I think I just need to get things that are going to be really important in the final Seraph fight. I think maybe another Grovel. There's a lot to remove. Torture Stewards, yeah. I'm thinking like another Grovel, remove all of the Stewards, remove all of the Torches. Possibly after that, follow on the Horn Breaks because of the damage effect of the Gorger. The final Shade Splitter could even leave this deck, and then I'd feel pretty comfortable with it. And then things that I would add Feast. Probably just Feast. So caverns again. Tip of money. Should not have taken the health as early as I did, because mistake of ordering. Do that mistake constantly. I'm gonna learn my lesson. Keep trying to learn my lesson at least. Non-boss enemy units restore all health when they move up floor. The clipped shamans already die. Master of Light honestly isn't taking that much damage on its bottom floor. It has sweep though, which is really annoying. It gains +2 damage whenever it sweeps. Sweep sucks. I don't think, like, reducing its health actually does matter for one thing, and that's that obviously after the Hornbreaker Prince can't kill it because I'm not growing as fast as I would like, it'll go to the top, and if it has 90 health, it'll have to hit my heart 3 times. If it has less, you know, from however well the Hornbreaker Prince happens to do, it'll only hit me, you know, 1 time or 2 times. Doesn't have a ton of damage though, and you have Pyre Wall. I'm worried that it'll get more damage because I have morsels. Okay, I think what I need to do right now is that there, and then honestly, I think I get the both of these morsel makers, put them on the top floor instantly. Just start getting bigger. Use the packed morsel as well to start just put down another morsel. Okay. Damage shield, health. Honestly, it's probably damage that I want most right now, just to see if I can take out the Master of Light by myself by the time that gets up here. That. Kill that. And then I'm gonna preemptively place these here. You have maybe I shouldn't have placed the jeweler. You have sweep, but the Umbra isn't gonna die to your sweep yet because it only has 2 health. I might actually end up killing that with a torch. But this presets up for a Shadow Gorger. Can't play any of those. Yeah, we've got him. We've got him. It's fine. We'll be taking some damage, but we've got him. So one thing that is going to be really annoying here is actually these backline units are going to be needing defense. So I think I'm going to grovel on them. Grovel on you. And then I am going to give a giant amount of armor to you. Just to get them ready, you know? You've got lifesteal on you, which is why you're healing up anyway, so I'll give you the damage. That's fine. As long as you aren't below 5, you're fine. And then after this, we have Umbra, Excavator. Nothing else, really. Alright. So another grovel comes out. I mean, this top floor is actually already done. I can engine upgrade there now. Lower its capacity. Doesn't really matter at this point. Doesn't change anything. Let's grovel there, but... Okay. We can put up this Umbra, but we can't put up Morsel Miner because we don't want a Slay trigger happening for the Sweeping Light. I'll sack a train suit then. I am worried about the health of my top line unit, but I do have the ability to give it damage shield next turn if it's necessary. Not only that, I have the ability to give it multiple damage shields. Start actually giving you some important statistics there. And let's get Impish Scholar out, I guess. Oh, another engine upgrade, sure. Bunch of extra energy there I don't really need. Okay. More grovel, again, not really needed. So you do have sweep. You will be sweeping through all of my units. Okay. So I will be losing my backline units up the top here. It's fine. Honestly, I just need to get more stacks of damage shield on the Hornbreaker, so I think I just constantly damage shield it. Great. And then you are sweeping on this floor, so it really doesn't matter what I do there. Lifesteal. Or more damage. No, it doesn't gain damage. It gains damage with the lifesteal. Sure, I'll give you lifesteal then. And lifesteal again. What's been your favorite combination thus far? I don't know. Might have to get back to you on that. Almost all of them, except for the burnout run that I lost, are have been really interesting to me. So it's a difficult question for me to answer. You two easily. This engine upgrade is insane. Yeah, it's doing some work. Like, I'm actually having the ability to expend the energy from it every turn right now, which is, I think, atypical, but it's good. Perhaps I don't think your engine is upgraded enough yet. You're right, I should probably upgrade it another time. Love to see another attempt at the burnout run. I think there's some good potential in there. There definitely is. I just need to find it. A lot of the comments responses to that were very, very insightful as well. I'll be reading through those again before I try it. First time an enemy unit dies each turn, add 2 morsel units to hand. I have too many morsels now. I want it. Just because I can have it. None of those. Please give me feast. It didn't give me feast. Plus, one of the capacity on the floor actually kind of matters for the Shadoweater floor. The more capacity I can give that floor, the more morsels I can put behind him. And the more morsels I can put behind him, it's like he'll trigger his effect more consistently, or rather more times per turn. But also the more morsels I can put behind him, the more morsels I can get out of my hand, and also the more buffs that he will get, so he'll be able to, respond with more damage by himself. Spells. Do my spells need many more upgrades? Crucible extension, lowering its cost would be really nice. Double stack on like a grovel would be nice. Other than that, not really. Minion upgrades. Honestly, Shadoweater doesn't really need anything much at all. But that is a double removal over this side as well, and double removal is definitely something I've... Alright, I'm going for the removals. It's removals now. Upgrade a unit with Endless. Huh. No, the Shadoweater literally never dies. It's definitely not Endless. That's fine. Let's look at the Concealed Caverns before we do anything. Bone Shaker stops near the abandoned remains of a train. So Hellhorn consumable card, Awoken consumable card, or Melting Remnant consumable card. Hellhorn consumable cards include Last Stand, which is actually appealing to me right now. Awoken, get quick. There's one thing in the Awoken, though. The consumables are only potions. Wait, so the tomes that are also consumable don't... You can't... Do I? Honestly, I don't necessarily know I want to draw back into that ever. I want the money there more than that. Whoa, hang on. You carefully retrieve the item from the wreckage, trying not to disturb the train any further. After much creaking and groaning, the train continues to stand relatively intact. What clan artifact do you take? I can get an artifact? It says, which clan's artifact? Are these not artifacts? Is this supposed to be an artifact or a card? It's still potions? Oh. Okay, good. Alright. Just more money, I guess. Okay. Okay. Priority is to get these train splitters out of here now. Then a purge card on the final train splitter. Then we need to start removing those torches. Get 2 torches out here, I think. Actually, one sec. There is a Merchant of Trinkets in the next area. Actually, no, but I'm not going to go to the Merchant of Trinkets in the next area because there's an unstable as well as an artifact. This is obviously 3 relics and the ability to reroll as well. Merchant of Magic is still quite useful for us. The unstable portal is obviously 2 removal, and then there's a Herzl Horde for 1 out of 4 as well. And also, we have a good amount of gold at the moment, so I'm not going to remove it. 6 damage on the Gorger is not nothing. It's not nothing, but it's damn close. Did the game release, or does he have early access to it? Has early access to it. Can you spend 20 minutes on the next fight, so you'll have 420 gold at 420 here? I might, but it will largely be out of the fact that I just kind of play a little slow. Going Morsel Master here. Honest. Not enough energy. What? Should have set up on the next 2 floors. That was my bad. That's my mistake. Grovel. Reflector is going up next round as well. Put that magma morsel there, and then the excavator here for 2 stacks of lifesteal. Dark deal enemies. If I dark deal the enemies, I actually increase the amount of damage here. Right, so this extinguishes and gives +2 damage to all friendly units, but killing it is only saving 2 damage, but it gives 6 damage to the enemies before they attack. Dark deal one of my morsel makers. I didn't even think of that. Thankfully, my pyre armor is going to be fine here. Grovel and thus live. I really want to drop the Ritual of Battle there as well, but I also really want to get the Crucible Extension here on the bottom floor. I don't need the Crucible Extension on the bottom floor as much as I need the extra damage on here so that the Clipped Reflector isn't, you know, super healthy. And then this bottom floor is just health, health. Lifesteal doesn't really matter that much. Damage. Set up anything on the top floor? Probably not. Morseled imp top line. I was thinking about that for a second there. I would have had to use the morsels to actually chump block for the imp, so only one imp would have gotten eaten, but it would have been a good way to get those cards out of my hand at the time if I desperately wanted to. Well, I'd say 43. Thank you very much for the tier 1 subscription. Enjoy votes in chat, and welcome to the Republic. Okay, we'll do the find on that floor. That's another 4 damage. But we definitely have the ability to deal with that. What with the pyre armor already? Okay, good. Okay, we're ahead of it now. We were behind the 8 ball for a little bit, and now we are much more ahead of it. I do definitely need, like, another gorge unit to put on the final floor, though. Because I got a lot of things left ungorged. Man, do I definitely need it? I don't definitely need it. But, like, I really want Feast. Feast with holdover would be perfect. Okay, and then bottom floor. Honestly, I'm gonna just give you some more damage. So this thing is getting the harvest triggers, but honestly, it's just gonna die on the next floor anyway, so it's fine. 15 armor on pyre is actually insane. Noted. Yeah, it saves you like a lot. So far, Umbra feels like a one-trick pony in that it's just slap morsels behind everywhere. The fact that there are morsels in your base deck and the champion often synergizes with morsels. Well, does it often synergize with morsels? No, there's the gorge one, there's the trample one, and there's the other one. What's the other one? Other one is increased capacity, which is actually, again, a synergy with morsels. Yeah, the fact that it has that means that it definitely pushes you a little in that direction. I do want to see kind of other things that you can do with them. Like, they do have a lot of very, very powerful spells, which I've just kind of largely been avoiding so far. And now I will actually take damage in this fight. Had to have it eventually. Your deck is so packed with morsels now? Yeah, it's all morsels. There's Ember Drain and Shadow Siege. Ember Drain as a archetype makes sense, but it also only makes sense, like, no, it largely makes sense in combination with morsels. Shadow Siege I don't know yet. I might not have unlocked Shadow Siege yet. Suspect that's probably the case, especially considering someone just said shh. So now I'm gonna avoid looking at chat for a moment in case it happens to be a spoiler. Whew. Honestly, worked out pretty well, I feel. Should roll on the bottom floor at all? Probably not. But I'm gonna do it anyway. How many stacks of damage shield do you have? 2 stacks of damage shield? That's a lot lower than I thought it was going to be. At least you've got that 40 health. Very glad I took up the piercing earlier. Okay, let's go. You got 2 stacks of damage shields. Life steal, life steal, life steal, life steal. Gives you the ability to hit for way more. Actually, you know what? Even in doing that, let's also give you the Dark Deal. Again, more damage. Okay. Tall One, thank you very much for the 1,000 bits again as well. Sincerely appreciate it. And the Earl of Bronze as well for subscribing at tier 1. Joining with some chat and welcome to the Republic Club. That's a pretty fast kill right there. Alright. So now we're... Ooh, Transcendent? No. Wretch? No. Reinforced though. Yes. Okay. Extra draw per turn looks a lot better now. Team is running. I'm running a primary Hellhorn, secondary Umbra. Don't you also need some capacity? Not really. The Hornbreaker Prince gets like enough capacity for itself easily. That's the first upgrade already covered that. The extra capacity would literally just be an extra morsel for the Shadoweater to be able to eat every turn. The extra draw gets us back to Crucible Extension more commonly, which actually does help us do that. As well as gets us to the Reinforce and the Ritual Battle more reliably. Dual Imps cost 1 now? I believe so. Do you have the mana? We have a couple different ways of getting mana. Like, obviously, the engine upgrade is the best way to do it. And then, obviously, there are morsels as well that will be generated by Shade Lamp, as well as generated by the... Actually, hang on. No. I'm not going to get any rubble morsels. No, the Shade Splitter is the only thing that can give me rubble morsels at this point, because it's a common one. There's a little bit of extra energy there. But again, we're going for double removal in a spell shop here as well. That's my favorite Aussie creator. That's Great Morning. Really well. Really quite well. I'll admit, I was really exhausted yesterday after work. I woke up at 6:30, started streaming at 8, and basically didn't stop recording until 7 p.m. And then until 10:30? Until 10:30, I was doing the metadata and the administrative stuff on the back end to launch the new series with Sneaky, as well as the editing for the thumbnails and stuff like that. So by the time I finished that, I was like unwieldy level of exhausted. Do you feel satisfied with it? Extremely. Do not get me wrong. I felt very, very fulfilled and accomplished. But like as I was finishing up the last recording for the day, I was like, I am so drained. Oh, just like just shriveling up into a little bit of a, not in a bad way, but in a like, oh, that's all the effort I can do for a while kind of way. Let's have a look at double stack. Dark Deal, more rage. No, it still gets halved in the Seraphite. Double stack for an extra damage shield. Still gets halved in the Seraphite, but it's more important in the mid-time. Is it more important than just removing more cards? When you have used some of the second unit in a turn, gain 3 energy. Or I could, No, it's not Voltage Gauge. Yeah. Well, there's our roll of energy. We're done. Energy is not a problem for us anymore, so honestly, I probably don't really need to consider about removing the cost of that. Because I play Grovel, and then I play both of the rare morsel units it gives me, and then it was free. I'm gonna give that double stack. Let's start removing from here first, obviously. Let's go Torch first, I think. Actually, no, Shade Splitter Torch first, definitely. You know what? I will reroll here because I'm still looking for consume removal for the reinforce. Permafrost on it isn't that bad though. It's just I'm not getting branding right like commonly enough. I do have the extra draw in the deck now. Honestly, the big thing I'm gonna have to think is like, unless I have the ability to play out the morsels, I really can't afford to play any of these Grovels anymore. No need for engine anymore. True. True. No need for engine anymore. You just have to burn them on the top floor. The thing is, they don't burn themselves on the top floor, right? Something needs to eat them. So I could get the Impish Scholar to start eating them. But more than that, I'm thinking that we actually set up on the 2nd and 3rd floor with our Gorger and then our Hornbreaker Prince respectively. And then the bottom floor is just a bunch of morsels that I'm sacrificing. Engine is better than Torch, I think. But Torch is worse. Need the feed card. Definitely need the feed card. I've needed that this whole time. It just won't show up. Let's get the engine upgrade out of here. Come on. At least the engine destroys itself. Only 50% of the time because of the wing clippings, unfortunately. Champion again. Slay. Gain armor 5 and on revenge, gain rage 1. Brawler 3 is no longer multi-strike 4? I liked the whole, like, you know, if you stuck with the path, like, if you purely built the same path, the final upgrade was significantly better. Like, it was 1 multi-strike, 2 multi-strike, 4 multi-strike. It was 5 armor, 10 armor, 20 armor. It was, 10 on Slay, 20 on Slay, 40 on Slay, right? Doubling each time. This feels like they're breaking it. 5 attack was just broken. Like, I mean, I know they made the Hellhorn's tome also more expensive. I guess they just don't want you to have that much multi-strike, but like, I want that much multi-strike. Revenge on the Prince seems pointless. Oh, no, that Prince, the Prince, because the Revenge comes along with the Prince having Slay gain armor. So at that point, you're running the Prince as a frontliner. Down here, I'd probably go Unstable. There's a removal in the Merchant of Steel here, as well as more money, and then Merchant of Trinkets. Yeah, we'll just save the money for right now. Okay. Non-boss enemy units gain what? Is that damage? Do I care? It was a quick decision. Yeah. I've still got the 2 horn breaks and a branding right in the deck, which give me the ability to kill the backliner so the multi-strike doesn't go off on the Gilded Wings. It's just I'm worried that I don't get to play down the Morsel Maker. No, I do. Of course I do. I get the extra energy. Never mind, we're fine. Hornbreaker, Morsel Maker, Shadow Taker, Hornbreaker. This is also the double one, yeah, so I can double 2 times here on the top floor already. Branding right for 8 spare. I really like the Berserker type flavor for the new Armor Prince. Maybe it's because I suggested it, devs liked it, so they put it in. Hell yeah! Well done. Well done, bud. You on the top floor. Go first grovel? Yeah, first grovel. So, and then I'll go for the damage on the top floor there. Grovel here, and then just pop you all down. I'm not going to play any of the rest of these because I don't want to pad out the deck. No, wait, hang on. Do I just get... Do I sack them on the bottom floor? Maybe I sack them on the bottom floor. I could sack them on the bottom floor. Sack them on the bottom floor. I can't sack all of them on the bottom floor? Should I still sack most of them on the bottom floor? Why though? because I'm trying to get cards out of my deck, so I cycle back to my most important and powerful cards, specifically the Grovel, the Crucible Extension, the Ritual of Battle, and the Branding Right. Wait, is this game out? No, not publicly. Should have played the Imp first. That's my bad. Even the blessing. I imagine, I'm pretty sure, like, because it's an automatic reflex for me at this point, but I'm pretty sure I didn't get the mute button in time there, so I do apologize for the oral experience of people there. Is that a YouTube or... is that a video for YouTube or no, mate, please? Is what a YouTube video or not? Not certain what you're saying. Better extend that Crucible. Best believe we better Grovel. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll still do it. It's fine. Grovel. Also minor. I think I need to start getting more damage on this one, actually. Okay, and then I'll Ritual of Battle you. The extra damage to kill the Gilded Wing. Do you record for YouTube to post it after? This is recorded for the stream. There is also a series recorded just for YouTube. They're separate on the YouTube channel. They have similar thumbnails though. But yeah, if you're asking, like, is this going to be posted as a VOD on YouTube? Probably. Really depends how the run goes. So good news, Frank got his 4th multi-strike back. Hell yeah! Love it. You have one more space on the 2nd floor, I believe. Yeah, I just Crucible extended it. Alright, I'll put that down. Backline already dies the Shadoweater, great, so... pop that, and then Hornbreak backline even. So Jason, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Enjoy emotes in chat and welcome to the Republic. Because Dark Deal has an animation, it looks like they've been shaking hands for an uncomfortable amount of time. Yeah, it's very much a you meet your most masculine friend in your high school reunion, or your most masculine friend from high school in the high school reunion, and you shake hands for the first time as adults. It's like, I've got to go. I got to do other things. I can't just stay here and... that's not on camera. I can't just stay here and just shake your hand forever. And then eventually you die, intertwined. And archaeologists find your corpses holding hands. And then they go, they were probably good friends. And they will be right that time. Please don't take this as a criticism, just an attempt to inform. You're pronouncing the word crucible incorrectly. It's not a sh sound as said in crucify. And a word is coming up so often with the Umbra, I felt I should say something. Crucible? I'm almost certain I'm almost certain both of those are valid. I'm almost entirely certain both of those are valid. It's a regional thing? What is the region for each of them, though? I'm actually interested. Just as like a kind of anthropological thing, I'd like to know. I'd call it a crubble. I'd have called them Charswazers. How do you say crucible? Crucible. To be fair, it was probably introduced to me through media, so like, Not many people are talking about crucibles in real life consistently. Other words use Rhapsody pronunciation like crucial. Yeah. Okay. Start actually popping some units down. And break you two. Again, I need to find somewhere to put all of these. Alright. Oh, a little bit more grovel, and then definitely have the branding strike, obviously, because we still have the double in the deck. And just basically throw all of these away. With the top floor, why are there morsels there at round start? Okay, cool. So on the top floor, I have the Morsel Maker and the Morsel Master. The Morsel Master has Resolve, which is at the end of the battle phase. Summon an Antumbra Morsel and a Magma Morsel. The Antumbra Morsel is give +5 to whoever eats it. Sorry, +4 HP to whoever eats it. And the Magma is +4 damage to whoever eats it. And the Morsel Master says if whenever you summon a Morsel unit on this floor, create a copy of it. So it's creating 4 of them rather than just the 2. Good question. Again, I'm just going to throw all of the jewelers here easily. Let's pack morsels as well. And throw a couple more out. Actually, hang on. Even enough space to throw another one there, because this is what I just did moments ago. Go. US and UK both seem to use Crucible. Well, I don't even know where I picked it up from then. You tried to throw away the pack morsels and still have a lot of them. Yeah, the clipped wings are actually coming into stark effect here. Okay, 2 morsels there for the extra energy, so I have the ability to play the Crucible extension there. Give you the rage that you so richly deserve. Give you a reinforce as well. It got preserved. Nice. I'll play a packed morsels and then just throw them all on this floor as well. I missed the big imp. Me too. He was a good friend. Right again. I mean, this floor will have the ability to kill the winged conduit at least. Triggers when damaged, gain +1. It won't have multi-strike anymore after this. It's fine. It won't have multi-strike. We good. We good. Twice here. One break you, and then I've got just way too many of these. I guess I'm going damage shields on this floor now, so I'll just throw down more damage shields. Health. So you do 4 damage, but you take down. No, I can't tell how many times it's going to take damage and then play around that. I'm just going to play an extra card. You've got 29 rage, 5 damage shields, but at least you have the armor 200. Yeah, we're going to need to still thin down the deck more so that we can get the armor to be pretty ridiculous by the time the Seraph comes up, because armor 200, it's probably actually enough considering the amount of damage that it ends up doing, but I'd like it to be more, you know? Oh, hey, Reinforce got preserved. Preserved again, 400. Nice. Hang on. How many consume cards do I have in my deck? If I remove both packed morsels, like both packed morsels at the moment, they're nice early. they're nice early. But if I remove both of them, then I can guarantee that the Impish Scholar will be able to hit the Reinforce if the Reinforce gets discarded. So I can use that as kind of like my remove consume. Seems interesting. Battering Ram doesn't seem necessary though. It's not the way that we deal our damage with this deck. Are you afraid that with only one end boss, the game will get stale more quickly? No, it has multiple different forms. It has obviously the 3 different like things that it can do. It can be chased. It can be temperate. Chase, temperate, and the other one. It can be chase, temperate, and the other one as well. Anyone hyped about the 3-cost Inferno? Yeah, it was really powerful at 4. It being 3 is ridiculous. I don't need it, mind, but it being 3 is ridiculous. No! I don't want him! I wanted Feast. It's really mediocre at 4? Really? It was so powerful. Like, put holdover on it, and you like put holdover on it and get a the thing, the gem, the one that gives you the energy, the ember. There we go, the ember gem. Then yeah, you just kind of blow them up every turn, win. Spending your entire turn dealing 100 damage isn't really enough. Like, obviously you put down like minions in off turns and stuff like that, but it's huge that it can do that. It limits the amount that you have to deal with so significantly. Also, it's piercing as well, so it goes under damage, shield, and armor. But also, like, now that you get like cost reduction really, really quickly, and you also reroll to get cost reduction as well, like, it's way even easier to do that now. It's reroll trinket. I just wanted to look at this just to see if there was anything I cared about. Units gain an extra upgrade slot. I'm not upgrading my units at all though. I'm upgrading my spells. Don't care. Plus 4 stacks of armor each time it's applied to friendly units. That's very small. I mean, this does have double stack, so it actually gives us +8. Because it applies it to the base of the card and then double stack goes on top. Quick on the big boy seems good. Really? I don't think so. I think I'd prefer more removals. Honestly, I think maybe none of these. Scorching Restraints has a little bit of an interest behind it because obviously all morsels I put down will have 6 damage as a result of the rage. Okay, that's actually pretty big. Rage doesn't get +2 capacity on the middle floor? Who needs a Crucible extension anymore? Also, rage doesn't get on friendly units is nice. It's nice enough, I'll take it. I might get rid of Crucible extension at this point, honestly. No, it was packed morsels. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stick to the previous game plan, I think. Yeah, I have the grovels with holdover. It's packed morsels. Is this an imp deck? No. Hang on, I'm gonna re-roll this actually. Sure, have multi-strike. See if I care. Also give you more damage and health, I guess. Whatever. There is an imp in it. Yeah, sorry, it's an imp deck. It's a singular imp deck. It's not an imps deck, it's an imp deck. Like imps, just much more edible. Slightly cuter and much more edible. Okay, hang on. 3... Actually, 1 Crucible extension there still matters. So... Set up on the top floor? Yeah, I set up on the top floor with these. It's fine. Muscle Master, Muscle Maker. extend the size of that floor. I think I need the damage shield too right now. I can't guarantee that I keep the frontliner alive unless I take that, but it gives me morsels that I don't really want right now. I'm honestly just gonna throw both of those there. It'll get the kill on the Lightwing. And it'll be good in case I do get the Gorger. Okay. Shadoweater. Morsel. Put down another morsel, obviously. On the top floor, getting... Oh, those look like more morsels, I think? Murder you for... I mean, might as well do it for another morsel, I'm thinking. Murder you, and then just throw away the Umbra on the bottom floor. What does the boss do? The boss removes half of my buff stacks every time it affects my floor. So that'll remove half of my damage shield, half of my rage. It'll be annoying, but we're building up through the consumption of morsels, which it can't remove because that's not a buff. Have to play that one basically every time I draw it. Grovel. Just gonna constantly be double groveling on that top line because honestly, like, this line doesn't need it. It heals up itself already. Also Dark Deal because I am gonna need more damage on this floor. Early at least. Hold on both those. What the last... I'm not sure what you mean. Do you think it'd be interesting if enemies could eat morsels if they killed them? It might be interesting. I don't think it'd be fun. Okay, that's a good floor now. And then magma. Throw down a grovel on the top floor to reduce the incoming damage significantly. I'm already overflowing with minions. I can't afford to use any of these for things like kills because I don't want more of them shuffled back in the deck. I need the cycle to be able to get back to my piercing consistently. Because getting all of that armor is really how I'm going to win here. Do you think the bosses are easier now? Invader of the abilities, aside from the -5, -5/1 were better. Yeah, I imagine that the higher covenants reactivate those harsher penalties, possibly. Like, I don't want to know for certain if they do, but that, like, my guess is that the higher levels of covenant would change the behavior of Seraph. That just seems to track, you know? I kind of want to just throw out my reinforce right now, because worst case scenario, like, next turn, I Impish Scholar to get it back. I need to start Psych. Got preserved, everything's fine. Hey, Wallash, how's it going, bud? Good to see you. Planning on doing some Monster Train content as well, Wallash. You're gonna be part of the wholesome gang, of which all of them, I think, are now doing Monster Train. Pretty sure it's all of them. Double jeweler on this floor. Top floor is fine already by itself. Honestly, had not had a proper chance to look at it. Yeah, I mean, it's a kind of crazy time for tactics games right now. So that makes a heck of a lot of sense. Pop more damage shields here just for consistency, because the lifesteal on that doesn't really help when you already have damage shield there. They're anti-synergistic with one another. Just gonna kill you and sack these units on the bottom floor. A lot of things, don't want to discuss spoilers here. Much appreciated, Vidalvo. I have been avoiding trying to spoil myself on Covenant levels and stuff like that, and I've been really thankful for the way that the community has also, on my behalf, and on the behalf of other players, of course, who also haven't necessarily got access to the game at the moment, held off on spoiling those. Speaking of, have you seen Rising Lords yet? Available in Keymailer, wanting to get the Wholesome Gang to check it out. Did you post it in New Games yesterday? As in the Wholesomeverse New Games yesterday? Nope, but I'll do so. Okay, yeah, honestly, like, my checking for stuff to do for collaborative series is largely now in that channel, and also, you know, if I get an email and it looks right, that kind of situation. But yes, Sao did actually post a thing in my Discord, specifically in the Monster Train channel in my Discord, of all of the different effects for all of the Covenant levels. So if you want, you can go and find that there. And it's in spoiler tags as well, which, yay. Are Covenant levels bound for class combination and that is first achieved, or you get access to one, you can use it with any combination? I believe it's access to, like, it's broad, like, to any combination, because, like, you know, only the Awoken and Hellhaunt had I played in order to try and get experience on them in order to unlock the other classes, but the other classes still have access to up to Covenant 6. Excuse me. So yeah, I don't think it's bound. Consumes. I love looking at the consume files here. Got a dash D&D today. Currently running 3 different groups, so it's taking up a lot of time. Have fun, dude. Looking forward to catching up for games soon. Me too, Wash. It does look like it wouldn't take much of a push for us to get like a board game night kind of situation happening again. People are talking about it a lot at the moment in the new games. I would recommend checking in there and dropping your 2 cents as well. Right. Yeah. Extras here. Problem. I mean, I've got space for 2 more, so sure. Pull those out and just drop 2 more morsels. Delectable. How does trample plus sweep work? I don't imagine you can get them on the same unit, because you can't apply... Well, no, you could. Get a sweep unit, give it trample. I guess it does, like, I guess it would trigger trample as though each target in line was your first target attacked. I imagine that makes the most sense, but also is kind of like, really? Okay, we'll grovel. Get both magma morsels out. Gives us the extra energy back. We'll use that to branding right, and then reinforce. Imp Skull is in my next hand, right? Yeah, it is. Good. So I can... No, I'm not going to have the space to play the Imp Scholar next turn. Butts. By 10 rounds, just gotta go eat dinner. Catch you around, Legendary. It's already enough. Yeah, I figure. Yeah. You're not even gonna get through. Oh, no, you did get through my damage shields, and then you died. You hit me exactly once, Seraph. Well done. Morsel's doing work. Yeah, the rage and rage doesn't decay, actually. Oof. Gave them some serious power. Some extremely, extremely serious power right there. This is also now my my fastest stream run of this. Blazing Bolts, deal 30 damage to the front enemy unit. Add a stronger version of this card to your discard. Interesting. I cannot wait to see what that does. It purges. Hang on. So is it adding it to your master deck? The added card is Blazing Bolts. So this does it once. The next one does it twice. Stronger version is permanent. So just play this every battle and it is purged. No, that's fine. It adds the next one. So it's like it's like a searing blow that upgrades by playing it but consumes, or rather that just removes. Well, I guess it would. I mean, there's edge interactions bringing things back into the consume pile and stuff like that. But like in general, those drill bits they are. What happens if you get spell upgrades on it? I imagine they probably propagate. Does anyone know if the spell upgrades propagate to the next card? They do. Oh, that's gonna be nutty. Chain of Gems. Apply damage shield 2 to the first friendly unit summoned each turn. That's really good for chump blocking with your chumps. Jump blocking with your chumps, your morsels, rather. Alright. Not much and goldens there. But pretty good overall. We'll get back to the run summary screen. Thank you, Jarko, for the 100 bits. Very kind of you. Where can I find the info on the Covenant levels? I heard him talk about it, but I spaced out. Exclamation mark Discord gets you the link to my Republic Discord, or the Republic Discord, rather, which is the Discord that I am in. And the Monster Train channel in there has a post by Salink that has all of the information about the extra Covenants.